It is difficult to envision Romania without Vlad the Impaler, who is not only famous for inspiring Bram Stoker's Dracula but is also viewed as a national hero by many Romanians. As a respected ruler of Wallachia, he was a fierce defender of Christianity, a skilled warrior, and a shrewd politician. Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad Tepes, was born in 1431 in the Siasora citadel as Vlad III. He was the son of Vlad II Dracula, the illegitimate son of Mircea I of Wallachia, known as Mircea the Brave. The identity of his mother is uncertain, but many historians believe she was a daughter of Alexander I of Moldavia. Vlad spent his childhood in the town of Siasora with his family. At the age of 11, his father refused to support the Ottoman invasion of Transylvania in 1442, and as a result, Vlad, his father and brother Radu were ordered by Sultan Murad II to come to Gallipoli as proof of loyalty and were imprisoned. Vlad and Radu were kept as hostages by the Ottoman Empire after their father's release to ensure the loyalty of Vlad II Dracula. They were trained as skilled warriors in the harsh conditions of the dry Anatolian plateau at the Igrago citadel. The Ottoman Empire aimed to mold the two princes in their culture so they would not rebel against the empire in the future. Eventually, Radu, who was known as Radu the Handsome, grew close to Sultan Mehmed II, with rumors of an intimate relationship between the two. Vlad was deeply troubled by his brother's close relationship with Mehmed II and developed a strong hatred for the Ottoman Empire. He found solace in honing his skills in combat, becoming proficient in using the yataghan and lance. His experiences of seeing the Ottomans destroy his family in youth, as well as their cruel tactics in battle, propelled him to do whatever it took to become the ruler of Wallachia and defeat the Ottoman Empire. He was released in 1447, following the deaths of his father and elder brother Mircea, who were ordered to be killed by Ioncu of Hunedoara. Upon discovering that their deaths were also influenced by certain noble families, Vlad vowed to take revenge as the ruler of Wallachia, which he eventually did. This was a significant turning point in his life. Little is known about Vlad the Impaler's personal life, with some experts claiming he was married twice and others asserting he had 3 wives. However, it is known that he deeply cared for his children, including any illegitimate ones. Additionally, it is said that he had a true love for the beautiful Katerina Siegel, the daughter of a weavers' guild leader. Their love lasted for over 20 years until his death, during which they had 5 children, but never had the chance to marry. She was a constant source of support for him in his role as ruler and defender of Wallachia. His eldest son, born in 1462, was named Minia, his second son was killed before 1486, and his third son, Vlad Dracula, was the ancestor of the noble Dracvois family. Vlad the Impaler's fortress at Panari was a key location from which he ruled for several years. The formidable Panari citadel was strategically positioned, making it a difficult target for sieges and conquests. As Vlad's reputation as a fierce ruler grew, his penchant for impaling earned him the nickname, the Impaler. This method of execution had a significant impact on the morale of the people, as victims did not die immediately. Interestingly, impaling was considered an art, as there were only a few ways to do it without damaging vital organs, allowing the victim to live for days in immense pain. As for the origin of the name, Count Dracula, it can be traced back to Vlad's membership in the Order of the Dragon, a monarchical chivalric order founded by the King of Hungary in 1408. The order's symbol was a dragon, and at that time, the term Dracul, devil, was associated with the dragon. Vlad's father had also been a member of the order and was known as Vlad Dracul, leading to Vlad III being referred to as Vlad Dracula. Vlad's rule in Wallachia occurred in 3 distinct periods. His first reign, in 1448, was brief, lasting only 6 months due to a lack of support from the nobility and his subsequent banishment by Vladislav II. At the time, Vlad was only 17 years old. His second reign, however, was the most significant, lasting 6 years between 1456 and 1462. This period saw Vlad establish himself as a ruthless and uncompromising leader. 14 years later, he was able to regain the throne, but it was short-lived as he was killed in battle. Despite the limited duration of his rule, Vlad's actions and powerful personality left a lasting impression on the population. He is remembered today as cruel, violent, and sadistic. Historians have described him as a despot, as his methods of punishment and torture, such as skinning, boiling, and amputation, were extreme and intended to instill fear and gain respect from both his people and enemies. However, it should be noted that these practices were not uncommon for the time. Additionally, Vlad was known to be paranoid and vengeful in nature. Vlad's reign was marked by his desire for revenge against the noble families who had played a role in the deaths of his father and brother. He sought to eliminate these families by impaling over 500 noblemen and their families. He also created a loyal personal army by offering soldiers money, land, houses, and gold. This was an effective way of ensuring a long and stable reign, but it also made him appear cruel and ruthless. His reputation was further tarnished by Saxon merchants who wrote about him in a negative light, describing him as a sadistic ruler who drank the blood of his enemies and enjoyed torturing people. He was also falsely accused of eating human flesh. Although these writings were meant to discredit Vlad, it is unclear whether they are completely untrue or not. Vlad the Impaler, also known as Count Dracula, has played a significant role in shaping the popular imagination around vampires and horror stories. Bram Stoker's novel, Dracula, has elevated Vlad's reputation and cemented his place in popular culture as a symbol of excitement and terror. Romania, where Vlad lived and ruled, has also gained recognition as the unofficial home of vampires. Today, Vlad's life and the places associated with him are viewed not only as historical facts but also as the inspiration for the captivating legend of Dracula. Vlad's refusal to pay tribute to the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II led to the start of a war between the two. In response, the Sultan sent two of his most trusted men to assassinate Vlad, but the prince found out and impaled them and their armies. This marked the beginning of Vlad's reputation as a ruthless ruler. According to the chroniclers of his court, Vlad's personal records show that he impaled 1,350 Ottomans in Wallachia and Neveselo, 6,840 in Durster, Cattle, and Dripatrum, 630 at Turtakaya, 6,414 in Giurgiu, 1,460 in Rahova, 749 in Novigrad and Sistovica, and 210 in Maritio, of both sexes and all ages. The start of the war was a success for Vlad. The Battle of Targoviste in 1462 is widely considered as the most famous confrontation between Vlad III the Impaler and Sultan Mehmed II. Despite being outnumbered by a significant margin, Vlad's army of 30,000, including young boys, was able to defeat an Ottoman force of over 250,000. Vlad employed tactics such as unexpected night attacks and destroying the Ottomans' food and water sources, ultimately leading to a demoralized enemy. When the Ottoman army reached Targoviste, they found the town deserted, but instead, were confronted with a forest of 20,000 impaled corpses of men, women, and children. This sight led to the retreat of the Ottoman army, with the Sultan himself acknowledging that it was impossible to defeat a ruler who possessed such skill in governing and such diabolical methods. Vlad the Impaler's younger brother, Radu the Handsome, was left to fight for the throne of Wallachia after Mehmed II retreated. Despite Vlad's victories over Radu and impaling over 30,000 Ottoman soldiers, Radu gained support from noblemen. Vlad's leadership came to an end due to a challenging political climate, and he was imprisoned by Matthias Corvinus. His imprisonment caused concern among Pope Pius II and the Venetians who had financed Vlad's campaigns against the Ottoman Empire. In response, Matthias Corvinus forged letters that supposedly showed Vlad agreeing to work with Mehmed II to defeat the Hungarian army, with the condition that he would regain his throne. After spending 14 years in prison, Matthias Corvinus acknowledged Vlad as the rightful prince of Wallachia and freed him, but did not provide him with military support to reclaim his principality. Despite the use of extreme methods, Vlad's leadership brought economic prosperity to Wallachia and he defended Romanian merchants by continuing to tax Saxon merchants from Transylvania. Though the use of impaling as a punishment was not unique to Vlad, he gained the nickname, Vlad the Impaler, for his frequent use of the method.